Hey guys, I'm Ted and I'm here to give you another Fast Fact. And for today's Fast Fact, we will discuss Andrew Jackson's curious marriage. Now, Andrew Jackson met his wife, Rachel Donaldson Jackson, shortly after he arrived in Tennessee. And when he arrived in Tennessee, she had been, recently separated from her husband is the best way I can sort of say it. She had been in a failing marriage, and her first husband, Louis Robards, had left her. He filed for a petition for divorce in his native Virginia, and now for late 18th century European or European-derived society, divorce was a social stigma from which women could never really recover unless they were immediately married, unless they found a new protector. And to sort of ease her and shield her from that stigma, Andrew Jackson stepped in. He came in and he wiped away the disgrace, so to speak. He removed the shame, and they were married, and they were happy for 2 years until Louis Robards returned to Tennessee and horrified the Jacksons by revealing that he and Rachel had not divorced, but that he had merely petitioned the state legislature of Virginia for a divorce decree. He came back in, saw that Robards had married Jackson, and that they were living in a state of sin. He charged her with adultery and immediately petitioned for outright divorce. This time on the grounds of her adultery. He labeled her an adulteress, and Jackson has her, besotted paramour. This humiliated the Jacksons. It humiliated his wife even further. Not much is really known about the personal character of Rachel Jackson, but she doesn't. It doesn't come down through any sources that she was that she exhibited any sort of salacious behavior. But this was enough to sufficiently just ruin her. And thereafter, whenever Andrew Jackson faced any sort of disgruntling, any sort of if you wanted to oppose Jackson in any sort of way, you would, of course, make a negative reference to what you were in opposition to him about, but you would also sort of insult him, sort of hurt him, sort of prick him by mentioning the fact that his wife had been involved in a bigamous marriage. It will plague them. It will plague her in particular for the rest of her life, and in many accounts, and particularly in Jackson's account of things, it would be the grief caused his wife by this revelation that led to her untimely death. And with that being said, I'd like you guys to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you thought about the curious marriage of Andrew and Rachel Jackson. And as always, I'm Ted. Hit like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys thought about this lecture. About not this lecture, the fast fact. Sorry about that. But yes, let me know what you thought about the fast fact. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on Andrew Jackson's marriage. Well, a lot of people have opinions on Andrew Jackson point blank. But as always, I'm Ted, and I'll see you guys next time for another fast fact.